Then we'll move on to a different topic.
Senator, you were speaking. May I speak? You cut me off when I was speaking. When I ask you the next question, you can speak, and
I hope you answer, Ms. Bondi.
Well, I'd like to answer the previous one, Senator.
When we met yesterday,
you pointed your finger at me and said you were speaking.
You did not seem to be familiar
let me answer
with
my question. I'm not
the
going to be bullied by you,
Citizenship
Senator
Clause, the 14th
Padilla.
Amendment of the United States of America, which was deeply disappointing.
I guess you didn't want to hear my answer about Pennsylvania.
After I gave an opportunity to study overnight. So can you tell me and this committee what the Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment says?
Senator, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. If I am confirmed as Attorney General...
You're the one asking for a confirmation vote,
you cut me off. Can I please finish?
What does the 14th Amendment say?
Senator?
Did you catch this? A Senate confirmation hearing turned into a total takedown when Senator Peter Welch put Trump's nominee, Pam Bondi, on the spot. Welch didn't just press her, he exposed, in real time, her refusal to answer basic questions about democracy, the Constitution, and yes, Donald Trump's lies about the 2020 election. Stick around, because what happened in this exchange tells us everything about how far Trump's allies will go to dodge accountability. This is the Blue Wave Report, where we cut through the noise and bring you the facts that matter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss when we break down moments like this.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I begin, I just want to remind us all for the record that the 34 convictions, not indictments, convictions of former President, incoming President Trump were by a jury of his peers. Thank you, Ms. Bondi, for being here today, and I, too, would like to welcome your family and friends who are here.
Thank you.
Appreciated the opportunity to meet yesterday to learn about your priorities and discuss a number of issues that are important to me. But I got to tell you, as I reflected on our conversation yesterday and as I've observed the hearing today, I continue to have significant reservations on your ability to function as a truly independent Attorney General for your friend. Let's say you keep referring to him, your friend, President-elect Trump. So I hope you can address some of these concerns through your responses to my questions here. Now, the first issue area is something that we didn't get a chance to touch on yesterday. So I actually want to follow up on some of Senator Durbin's questions from earlier about the 2020 election. And to be specific, on the day after the 2020 presidential general election, you traveled to Philadelphia to appear alongside President Trump's then attorney, Rudy Giuliani. And together, you falsely asserted that President Trump had, quote, won Pennsylvania in that election. Now, I want to be clear, at that moment, there were still at least 1 million ballots left to be counted in Pennsylvania. Of course, President Biden went on to win the state by more than 80,000 votes. But in the following days, even after the results were clear, you continued to double down on the big lie, promoting falsehoods about election fraud and cheating without offering any actual evidence. And I remember it clearly because I served as California Secretary of State at the time, and I invited anybody associated with the Trump campaign who was making these claims to come forward with evidence of irregularities in the election or massive voter fraud. 4 years later, I still have seen none. So I ask you today, do you have any evidence of election fraud or irregularities in the 2020 election?
So, First Senator...
Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
First Senator...
Do you have evidence, yes or no?
First Senator, I'm so sorry about the fires to you and Senator Schiff and what you're going through in your states. I have to say that.
I appreciate
I think
that.
all
My
of our,
clock is ticking, and I want to hear
all of our
your answer.
hearts go out to everyone in California for what you're facing right now. I'm glad you asked the question about Pennsylvania.
It's a yes or no question.
I was hoping
Do you have evidence, yes or no?
Senator, I was hoping you'd ask the question.
Do you have evidence, yes or no?
I traveled to Pennsylvania.
Do you have the evidence, yes or no?
I traveled, Senator, to Pennsylvania.
Okay. You're not answering my question. If you have no evidence to offer, let me ask you this. Will you now retract your previous statements that Trump won Pennsylvania in the 2020 election, yes or no?
Oh, Senator, I traveled to Pennsylvania, and let me tell you what I saw firsthand.
Yes or
no?
no?
I didn't talk about California because I was not in California. I talked about
Yes or no? Last time I'm going to ask.
I talked about Pennsylvania because
Mr.
I
Chair,
was there.
I'm going to move on because
You
she's
got a
clearly not
court
answering my
order
questions. And
to
I want to note,
observe.
colleagues, for everybody, members of the committee and everybody watching, that the attorney who stood beside Mr. Giuliani was making very similar statements. And he has since been disbarred from multiple jurisdictions for making these false claims about the 2020 election in court. And like Mr. Giuliani, as you've noted today, you've taken an oath to uphold the Constitution just as an attorney. And now you're asking us to consider you to serve as the chief law enforcement officer in our country. So it's imperative, Ms. Bondi, that you subscribe to facts and evidence and not politically convenient conspiracy theories. Your job will be, your job will be to protect voters and election workers, not to undermine and dox them. Now, I know that earlier you agreed that Joe Biden is in fact president, but many of the president-elect's inner circle continue to spread the big lie about the 2020 election. Then we'll move on to a different topic.
Senator, you were speaking. May I speak? You cut me off when I was speaking. When I ask you the next question, you can speak, and I hope you answer, Ms. Bondi. Well, I'd like to answer the previous one, Senator.
When we met yesterday,
you pointed your finger at me and
you
said
did not
you were
seem
speaking.
to be familiar
Let me answer
with
my question.
the
I'm not going to be bullied by you,
the
Senator
14th
Padilla.
Amendment of the United States of America, which was deeply disappointing.
I guess you
And I'm
didn't want to
hoping
hear
you're more
my
familiar
answer
with it
about
today
Pennsylvania.
after I gave an opportunity to study overnight. So can you tell me and this committee what the Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment says?
Senator, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. If I am confirmed as Attorney
You're the one
General,
asking for a confirmation
hey,
vote,
you
ma'am.
cut me off. Can I please finish?
What does the 14th Amendment say?
Senator, the 14th Amendment, we all know, addresses birthright citizenship. I've been a state prosecutor. I've been a state AG. I look forward to, even given your remarks today, working with you and the people of California if I am confirmed as the 87th Attorney General of the United States of America. I didn't take your homework assignment. I'm sorry. I was preparing for today.
So on the 14th Amendment, now you've testified repeatedly to this committee that you will uphold the laws of this country and defend the Constitution of the United States. Do you believe birthright citizenship is the law of the land, and will you defend it regardless of a child born in the United States, regardless of their parents' immigration status?
Senator, I will study birthright citizenship. I would love to meet with you regarding birthright citizenship. Can I answer the
serve
question?
as the Attorney General of the United States, and you still need to study the 14th Amendment of the Constitution? That is not helping me have more confidence in your ability to do this job. One other immigration-related question, I'll steer clear of the Constitution
I have one
and the
regarding
law.
that I'd like to
Senator
talk about.
Hirona asked you earlier, but I don't think you answered her question. Can you please tell us, do you agree with the statement that immigrants are, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, yes or no?
I did not say that.
I did not say that you said that. I'm asking if you agree with it, yes or no.
I did not say that.
Do you agree with it, yes or no?
My great-grandparents are immigrants.
Do you agree with it,
They
yes or no?
came here from Sicily
Do you agree
through
with it,
Ellis
yes or
Island
no?
when they were teenagers.
Do you agree with it, yes or no?
Senator, let me answer the question.
Yes or no? It's
My
real simple.
great-grandparents came here, immigrated to this country from Sicily, recently went and found each of their birth certificates. We are a nation made up of immigrants. Do I believe immigrants are poisoning our country? No, Senator.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I can't wait for the second round.
From the very start, Welch came in prepared. He reminded everyone on the record that Donald Trump isn't just some friend of Bondi's, as she likes to call him. He's a convicted felon with 34 guilty counts, decided by a jury of his peers. Then Welch went straight to the heart of it, Pam Bondi's role in spreading Trump's big lie about the 2020 election. He pressed her on her infamous appearance with Rudy Giuliani in Philadelphia, where she falsely claimed Trump had won Pennsylvania, even though over 1 million ballots were still uncounted. Welch asked the simplest of questions. Do you have any evidence? Yes or no? And that's when Bondi crumbled. Instead of answering, she tried to change the subject, offering sympathy for California wildfires, talking about her first-hand trip to Pennsylvania, unfit the actual question. It was a dodge fest on national television. Welch cut her off. You are not answering my question. And when he pushed her to retract her false claims about Pennsylvania, she still refused. This is exactly the problem. Trump's allies want power, but they cannot and will not deal in reality. And then came the kicker. Welch asked Bondi to explain the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment, the backbone of birthright citizenship. Her answer? She said she hadn't done her homework. Yes, you heard that right. The woman asking to be the nation's top law enforcement officer told the Senate she didn't study the Constitution. Welch wasn't having it. He pressed, "Do you even believe in birthright citizenship? Do you agree it's the law of the land?" And Bondi punted again, saying she'd study it. Finally, Welch gave her one last chance. Did she agree with Trump's vile statement that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country? After another long dodge, Bondi finally said no, but only after dragging the committee through a personal story about her grandparents. By the end, Welch's frustration said it all. Bondi wasn't there to defend the law or the Constitution. She was there to protect Trump. And that should terrify every American. This exchange exposed exactly what's at stake. Trump's allies aren't just loyal to him, they're willing to undermine democracy itself to keep him in power. Welch didn't let Bondi off the hook, and neither should we. What do you think? Should someone who can't even answer basic questions about the Constitution be trusted as Attorney General of the United States? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. This is the Blue Wave Report, where we cut through the noise and bring you the facts that matter. If you found this breakdown important, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss when we expose the truth behind these hearings.